morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Monday, the 10th of May. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar and the hourly candlesticks. Bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot of 57,993 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 59,590. We need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high, 59,236.5. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 60,000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target swing high 64,829 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 69,04. Third major resistance level sits at 63,886. Before through the pivot, we'll bring the first major support level at 56,609 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should still well clear sub 55,000 levels. Second major support level sits at 54,941. Looking at the MACDs, we have a widening of the bullish histograms after yesterday's late bullish cross, supporting this upside. On the EMAs, the 50s also pulling away from the 100 and the 200, delivering a bullish signal. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 57,993 and break out from yesterday's high, 59,236.5 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, bearish start to the day. Going to need to Ethereum avoid the pivot at 3880 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 4033. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's new swing high 3984 and break through to 4,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Ethereum target 4200 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 4137. Before through the pivot, we'll bring the first major support level at 3775 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should stay clear of the second major support level, sitting at 3622. Looking at the MACDs, we've had a narrowing of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bullish cross there. On the EMA, still a bullish indicator with the 50 pulling away marginally from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 3880 and break through yesterday's new swing high 3984 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, it's a bullish start to the day. Going to need to Litecoin avoid the pivot at 371 to take a run at the first major resistance level, staying at 407. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from this morning's new swing high 398.95. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, should see Litecoin target resistance at 440 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 426. Before through the pivot, we'll bring the first major support level at 352 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay close sub 350s. Second major support level sits at 315. Looking at the MACDs, we have a marked widening of the bullish histogram supporting the early upside on the day. On the EMAs, also bullish indicator, the 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, signaling further upside ahead. So key, avoid the pivot at 371, break back through this morning's new swing high 398.95 to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, particularly bullish start to the day. Going to need to Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the 23.6% fib at 1.5426 and avoid the pivot at 1.5263 to continue to run at the first major resistance level at 1.6077. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break out from yesterday's high 1.59738. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.7s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.6787. A fallback through the 23.6% fib and the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.4553 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid sub 1.4s. Second major support level sits at 1.3740. Looking at the MACDs, we had a widening of the bullish histogram at the turn of the day, supporting this early morning rally. On the EMAs, the 50s pulling away from the 200 and closing in on the 100, also supporting early upside. So key through the early part of the day, avoid fall back through the 23.6% fib at 1.5426 and avoid the pivot 1.5263 to take a run at that first major resistance level. Failure to do that, and support levels will come into play.